Hello and welcome to a short yoga practice. So today we're going to try to stretch our entire body. So stretch using the postures. We're going to stretch our back, the shoulders, work into the neck area, the hip area, the hamstrings. So you might need a blanket or a cushion because we're going to be on our knees as well. So we're going to start from a stretching from a puppy stretch. So come to your knees, keep the hips over your knees and just walk your hands forward. So keep the hands at the edge of the mat to open through the shoulders, and then just lower onto your forearms and maybe rest the forehead down if you can, for a nice full stretch through the shoulders, easing the chest down towards the mat. Keep the hips over your knees. Soften through the shoulders, through the chest, ease down towards the mat. And take a nice few deep breaths. Slowly walk your hands back to a tabletop. Curl your toes under. So stretch through your feet. Sit back onto your heels. Keep the knees hip apart. Now take your arms behind you. Lace the fingers. Bring the shoulder blades together. Stretch your arms down and away from your body. Lift the chin. Look up. And then slowly you can roll the chin down towards the chest. Lengthen through the back of your neck and gently bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. So lengthen through the left side. And then slowly roll your chin back to the center and bring the right ear opposite side. So we're stretching now through the right side. And then release back to the center. Now we're going to step forward with the right foot into a low lunge pose. So keep the knee at 90-degree angle, opening through the hips, stretching through the left hip flexor. You can extend the front of your leg down. Keep stretching through the shoulders, shoulder blades together. You can look up. Make sure the right knee is at 90-degree angle as you sink the hips. Then raise your arms, interlace your fingers. Draw your arms behind your ears to keep the chest open. Also, we're challenging the balance as well. And then release the right arm and bring it across to your left thigh as you keep stretching with the left arm. Maybe come to a slight side bend to the right. And then slowly release. And then come to a half split. So place your hands down, extend the right leg forward to stretch through your hamstring. Rest on your heel as you flex your foot. Lift the chest, so we're folding from the hip area. Keep the chest lifted. Rather rest with your hands around the knee area, or you can deepen the posture as you walk the hands a little bit further. And then slowly ease back. So place your foot down. Now walk your foot to outside. So we're opening through the hip. Now we can use a cushion or a blanket, placing the left knee down. Now from here, we're going to open through the hip. So rest the foot on the outside, and you can gently press the knee open. Or you can bend the left knee and reach with your right hand towards your ankle. So it's a good idea to have a blanket or cushion. You can rather stay there, or you can ease further into the posture, maybe come into your forearm. And then slowly release. Walk your hand back. And come to a high plank. Shoulders over wrists, so take your time to find the foundations. Keep your core strong. Then from here, come rather all the way down through a chaturanga dandasana, or come to your knees to a half plank, and then just bend your elbows, ease down through to a lift to a cobra. Shoulders back down. Don't have to lift very high, you can just do a little baby cobra. And then slowly curl your toes under. Place the hands a little bit lower back. Bend the knees and bring the hips towards the heels. And then lift to a downward dog. So lengthen through the spine, through the back of your legs. Don't worry if the heels don't reach down, just focus on your spine so it's nice and straight. And then slowly release back down onto your knees. Curl your toes under, and then just do the same on the left side. So we're going to place our fingers behind, open the chest. Again, you can gently stretch, bringing the right ear again to the right shoulder. Roll the chin forward and back to the left side. Back to the center. Then step your left leg forward. Into a low lunge pose. Make sure the knees are 90-degree angles. Come into the posture as deep as it feels right for you, opening through the right hip flexor. Keep stretching your arms behind you, and then bring the arms up, interlace your fingers, stretch, bringing the arms behind your ears. If you can, keep the chest open. And then release the left arm, stretch and reach towards the right thigh. And maybe come to a slight side bend to the left. And then slowly release. Place your hand down and come to a half split pose. Take your leg a little bit further forward. Rest on your heel, stretch to the back of your leg. Stay on your fingertips and maybe come a little bit further forward. Keep the chest lifted. And then slowly release. Take your foot to outside. Walk your foot to outside. Place your hands down now. Maybe deepen the opening in your hip. Make sure the foot is at 90 degrees, and then gently press to open through the hips. So rest on the outside corner of your foot. You can place the pillow or a blanket underneath your right knee. Press through your knee to open through the hip. Stay there. If you want to deepen the posture, you can bend the knee, or maybe you can come to your forearm and reach to your ankle. So this stretchy through your hips, through your thigh, your quads. And then slowly release. Make your way again to a high plank. The shoulders over wrist. Strong core. And rather come to a half plank or lower, all the way down to a Cobra Pose. Shoulders back down. Curl your toes under and lift to a downward dog. Keep your core strong. Keep lengthening through the spine, through the back of your legs. And then just slowly release it back down to your knees. Come to a seated posture. You can place the blanket underneath your bottom. If you find that your hamstrings are really tight, then your lower back is going to be rounded. So if you want to prop with a blanket, it makes it easier. Bend your right knee and come to a twist. Slowly make your way to a twist, so make sure your spine is nice and long. Rather wrap your arm around your thigh or just place your hand on your knee. Keep opening the chest to the side. And then slowly release. Release the knee to the side. Raise your arms and stretch. Now place your hand onto outside of your foot and walk your left hand to the side to deepen the stretch. And then slowly release. Extend your legs, give them a shake. Do this opposite side, so bend your left knee, lengthen through the spine, reach with your right arm, rather wrap around your thigh or just place it on your knee. Twist to the opposite side. Keep opening the chest, the shoulder, and then slowly release. Place the knee down. Raise your arms and come to a forward bend. Now place your hands on the outside of your foot and walk your right hand to the side. And then slowly ease back. Return to a seated posture. You can still sit on a blanket or a cushion. We're going to do an eagle pose. Bring our arms forward. Bend the right elbow, sit with the left elbow inside. Rather bring the back of your hands together or even bring the palms together. If you find this really challenging, you can always just bring your forearms together. So from the side, what we're aiming for, so left arm sits inside, eagle posed arms, lift the arms, stretching through the shoulders and then lower. So bring the arms away from you, lift one more time and then lower. Going to release and do this on the opposite side, roll the shoulders up and back. So right arm come forward and the left arm forward and the right elbow sits inside. Bring the back of our hands together or maybe even bring the palms together. Or remember, you can always just do this, bring the forearms together. Lift the arms And then lower and bring it away from your body to stretch. Again, bring towards you, lift, and then lower. This really will stretch this through the shoulders, your back, and then release. Roll the shoulders up and back. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Namaste.